I solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Hey, everybody. Ron here from The Truth About Addiction. Welcome to another podcast. Hope you're all having a beautiful day. Today we have a guest here, Darcy Cogdale. Darcy's from Brisbane. Darcy's doing good shit. I got introduced to Darcy through a mutual friend, and he said to me, mate, you should hook this guy up and bring him on your podcast, So he's coming from a pretty good recommendation. So, I'll hand it over to Darcy. What's your story, please, brother?
Hey, bro. Nice to meet you. First off, I love what you're doing too, bro. All this addiction stuff. That's the message I'm trying to get out there. It's fucking mad. Okay, people need to hear it raw, bro, from people who have been through it, bro, which I think a lot of people, well, since I started doing all this, I've done a few podcasts before, bro, and a lot of people just connected with what I was saying. My social media is blowing up with people, like even just hearing my story, having someone to relate to with a story, and it's just giving people hope, bro. Okay, and that's what I am. I believe that I'm a picture of hope for those people that are going through that addiction and struggling, and that you can come out the other end and survive and get through it and become your best, bro. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'll try and do. So what, you want me to start from the beginning and just work your way through?
Exactly.
So, bro, my journey starts back when I was a kid, bro. Like everyone, they go through shit when they're younger, and it's usually trauma that gets them to where they were or where they fucking end up. So, bro, I started off as a kid, bro, young, overweight, bro. I was a bit of a fucking fat side of life, bro. I was a tubby kid, bro, okay? So, and in primary school and that, like I fucking hated school, bro, because at a young age, I was made to hate it. Because I was just, every time I'd go to school, I'd be picked on. Okay, I'll be eating lunch by myself. Okay, little things. And then sports carnivals, like, fuck that, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I had sports carnivals come up, and I'm always made last. I'm always made to feel like I was a failure in school. Like, I was always last in them, last in this, and that affected my schooling. Like, I didn't fucking give 100% in schooling. I didn't care because I just didn't want to be there. Okay, same thing with swimming carnivals, all that sort of shit. Like, I didn't want to take my shirt off in front of fucking kids, bro. I was an insecure, fat little kid, bro. And one real good memory I had when I was a kid, well, not good memory, but a fucking memory that stuck with me when I was a kid in primary school, bro, was I was set up to have my first kiss with this girl down the back oval, okay? And I went down there and I was fucking ecstatic. I didn't know what to do. So I was going down there all nervous and shit. And I go down there and then there's just a group of kids like laughing at me and fucking calling names and shit. And little things like that like really affected me. And that was just when I was young and then went home. But then, Mo, when I was a kid, I found that I was turning to food when I got home. Like I'd go home and I'd eat donuts and chips and shit. Mum, I'd raid the cupboards. And that was just my little moment of happiness. That was my escape. And then I'd not want to go to school. So that led on into high school, bro. And then going into high school, bro, I was still that fit. I didn't have any friends going into high school, bro. Okay, I had braces. I was still overweight, bro. I wasn't confident because my confidence was fucked in school, bro. Okay, so when I went into high school, I didn't have any friends. Everyone has their little cliques, bro. Everyone has their little cliques already, bro, from primary school going into high school together with groups of football boys are all together. Like, I'm not going to hang out with fucking football bros, bro. You know what I mean? The girls, all the dance girls, all the pretty girls are hanging out together. Them and the footy boys together. I'm just a fucking outcast, bro. Okay, and yet again, my confidence is fucked. But see, I couldn't fit in with all those kids, bro. So yet again, I was eating lunch by myself, doing shit by myself, this fucking hating school again. I was set up to hate high school when I started primary school, bro. Okay. So then I went into high school and stuff. And then see the people and kids I did fit in with, bro, and the ones that didn't judge me were the ones that were up to no good. Okay, so I'd fit into the kids that were going down for smokes to the back oval, that were wagging, that were fucking getting up in trouble, that not giving a fuck the system, all this. That's what I was about, bro. And then I started to fit in with these kids because I started to do what they do. Like, I started chatting, and because I was the outcast, they seen that, and then started chatting with them. And then next minute, I'm going down the back oval to have smokes with them, and see, I'm getting invited down there. You want to come down for a day? Like, it's bad. Like, fucking every fucking red flag come up not to do it in my head. But I'm like, fuck this. I've finally found a group of people that can be my mates. I'm finally going to fit in. You know what I mean? So then I went down, back over, started smoking durries and little things like that. Then I wouldn't go to class. So I'll be wagging class. I'll go down and smoke durries. And then all I cared about was hanging out with these kids, man. Okay, because I wanted to be a part of something and they made me fit in. And when we were around each other, bro, we just laughed. We talked. Next minute, they invited me to drink ups on the weekends. I'll be like, and I'm getting invited to a place with a group of kids that I've never been invited to places before, but I've never had that fucking connection with people. And now I'm going to hang out with mates, mate. We could be to drink. They could have wanted me to fucking shoot up heroin. You name it, but I would have done it. You know what I mean? Because I was like, fuck it. I'm going there and we have fun. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have fun. I didn't know what fun was. I didn't know what happiness was my whole life, bro. Okay. So happiness was to me from a young age was going and getting fucked up with a group of mates. That was happiness, you know, and fucking up in school, getting a name for myself in school. Okay. Because obviously, once you start drinking at mates' houses, you get fucked up. The next minute, joint comes out. Next minute, you're punching out a few cones, greening out. You're like, fuck yeah, this is fun. You know, then I started getting stoned before school with these kids, and that just rolled on into my whole schooling, just mixed with drugs. Okay. And I was just going to school stoned, not giving a fuck. But then the thing is, bro, while I was doing this, bro, I was starting to get noticed by other kids, like the girls, the footy boys, the ones that I couldn't fit in with, that I was nothing to, that I didn't even exist before. Now I'm something because he's that kid that goes down the back over. He's that kid that got suspended. He's that kid that fucking doesn't give a fuck. And I'm like, I thrived on that because there was attention. I didn't have attention my whole life. Okay, so now I'm thriving on this. People are noticing me, and all I gotta do is fucking do what I want when I want. Fucking done. You know, then obviously suspended on suspensions. I got suspended about 10 times from school at Wavell alone. Wavell is where I went, Brisbane Northside School. I went there. And like over time, bro, I just was never going, wagging, full on. Then obviously started hanging around with these kids on weekends. And these kids were like started, and once you introduce yourself to them, see, they've got mates, they've got older brothers, they've got it just reaches out to a whole group of fucking just crims. You know what I mean? Like just kids that don't want to just do anything they want. And I thrived in this environment because I could do what I want when I want and have respect from other people. I met other people, and there wasn't any like nervous confrontations. Introducing yourself, like, hey, bro, how are you? You're a part of us. Yeah, have a joint, fucking have a drink, fucking, you know, I'm like, yeah, sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then over time, it's just like I was just hanging out with all these kids. I started to get into graffiti and shit like that. So on the weekends, I'll go to school, then I'll be out painting the streets at night, bro. Started graffitiing and shit. But I was like, fucking, this is me at like 14, like 13, 14, out in the streets, graffitiing, sneaking out in the middle of the night. When mum and dad were upstairs asleep, I'd sneak out the back door. I'd go out for all hours of the night, come back at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? Just out there painting the streets, being a little fucking derelict. But bro, see, I was out there having fun. I was a part of something. I was fucking just living my best life was what I thought. Okay. And then over time, once I was hanging with all these kids, obviously this whole scene I was in, I was a lad. I was a fucking little lad, bro. I'd be Nikes on, walking around Nautica Polo on that. That's my whole life. That's what I lived off, bro. Graffitiing, fighting, painting trains, fucking smoking drugs. That was fucking life. That was the whole scene I was in. Yeah. Okay. And this is me at a young age. And then, bro, and then like out there fucking graffitiing every night. And then obviously schooling is just not happening, bro. So I ended up getting expelled from Wavell. Okay. I got expelled from Wavell. 2 days later, I was enrolled at Craigsley High. 2 days after I was there, I got expelled, fighting and smoking. Okay. And then after that, went to Kedron High, and I went in there, and they're like, this is your last chance, mate. We're sitting down here. I was there with my mum. I'm like, yeah, sweet, whatever. You know what I mean? And then went in there, and they sat me down, like, this is your last chance to know your track record, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, fuck off, whatever. Okay. And then they're like, all right, go to class. Mum left. I meant to go to my class. So I just peeled straight down the back over to go smoke some cones. I was like, fuck this. I'm going for a chop. Okay. So I went back down there, started smoking cones and that. Then went home, and mum's like, oh, how's your first day of school? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking, yeah, pretty good, eh? And she's like, you didn't even fucking go. The school rang. You were fucking expelled again. You're not going to be accepted anywhere. But see, I didn't care what my mum thought. As bad as it sounds, I didn't care about my family at that point. Okay, I cared about me having mates. I cared about me fitting in. I cared about me doing what I want when I want. Because at the age of fucking 13, 14, I was a fucking thought I was a 28-year-old man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was running amok, and then after there was no schooling, obviously, bro, I'm free every day of the week. So I'm never home. You know what I mean? Like 13, 14, mum and dad didn't see me for weeks on end. You know, I'll be out there on the streets, couch surfing, you know, just doing all that sort of shit, graffitiing at night. And then over time, bro, I got introduced in the scene. And obviously in that graffiti scene, I had a mate of mine, bro, would go over there. That's where we used to go to the spot. We'd drink up there. And the older brothers were there, bro. And they were cunts we looked up to. Okay. But these cunts we looked up to, bro, these are jailbirds, like in and out of jail, bro, 28 to 30 years old, in and out of jail, massive junkies, massive crackheads, bro, just off their head all the fucking time. But see, to me, this is my role model. They were crims in and out of jail for armed robberies, bank, like fucking hold ass, fucking everything, bro. Just like all crim shit, stealing, theft, bashing. Like that was the life I was in. See, and fighting, bro, that was another thing with fighting, bro. At a young age, bro, I did like martial arts when I was younger, but I was never confident enough to fight. Okay, because I was always that shot off insecure kid. Like I didn't want to fight, bro. But when I started getting on the drugs, started hanging out with these kids, I was in situations where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking bang on, or these cunts aren't gonna fucking respect me. You know what I mean? And then next minute, I'm throwing hands and I'm knocking cunts out, bro. You know what I mean? Like I could fight because I had that, and I didn't know. And when I knew what I could do with my hands, that was another tool for me to get respect. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if I walk past someone like it's still someone look me up and down, or someone that used to pick on me when I was younger, or something like that, I'll see at a house party or some shit, I'll go flog the fuck out of them, bro. And I'll feel good for it. And I'll be like, look at me now, cunt. You know what I mean? But I thrived off this. Okay. Then as I was saying, back drinking in these houses and stuff like that, then the older brothers like took me under their wing. I was like their youngin', like, because I was the one young cunt that would do everything. Everyone else has got this little thing in the back of their head where they're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. I didn't have that. Okay, I'll just go out of my way and do whatever. I'll be there while they're breaking into fucking bottle-os, while they're fucking doing like everything. I'm fucking coming in with them. You know what I mean? Belly on, just fucking ready to go. Like I'm keen. Like I'm fucking 13, 14, running in to fucking help these cunts with arm shit. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And like this stealing bag, yeah. But and then in that scene, bro, so as I was saying, these older brothers, bro, they come out and took me on the wing, and the next minute, bro, they're like, oh, try some of this. You know what I mean? Like I'm sitting there at a house party, we're all drinking. I was just always drinking, getting stoned and shit. And then they're like, try this. And they got a bit of stuff on a Talio. So they put a Talio bomb in. Okay. So you put the speed, it was speed. Okay. So they got speed, they put on a little Talio, they roll it up, and you bomb it down, you drink it, and then it just go, and then it's all happy endings. Okay. So, and that's what I got started on, bro. So this is me at 14. Okay. So I got introduced and I had that, bro, and I felt amazing. And then next minute, I'm connecting with these older guys. Okay. So I'm one of the older boys now. All my mates that were down here, I'm connecting with all the older ones that everyone looks up to. I'm a part of them now. And all I got to do is just get on it, do what they got to do, run the ball up, fucking just be a fucking, I just not give a fuck. You know what I mean? So then that's when I got introduced to speed. And then in my head again, that's another way to get into this older group, is because they're always off their head. Like at drink ups and shit, they never came out drunk. They were always fucking smoking pipes or smacking up in the room or having eaten it. I was just eating it to that point. You know, I'll come in, I'll just eat it, and we'll sit in the room, we'll just have chats all night. We'll be having D&Ms like off our face, you know, having big fucking 4-hour chats about how good life is and, you know, all this shit and like having mad times. And bro, to me again, that's happiness to me. That's fun. Like I didn't have any other happiness. But outside this life, I had nothing. I was an insecure fat kid. Now I'm relating with these older boys. I'm fitting in. We're getting along. It's fucking mad, you know? But then that's when I started using speed every weekend. You know, I wasn't saving up money to get a bottle of like vodka or a bottle of rum on the weekend. You know what I mean? I was saving up for 100 bag point of gear, where I was going to get a box from the chemist to get myself a pseudo box to go get a point of gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I'll trade that, and I'll have my fucking point of speed, and we'll be awake from Friday to fucking Sunday, just fucking bendering, going out spray painting at night, fucking just live fucking drawing, scattering out together, wigging out together. I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? Like I love that whole feeling. But see, I didn't have, as I say, bro, this was my happiness in this scene, and bro, and I just got caught up in that. And over time, I just kept doing it and doing it. And the next minute, you know, like started hanging out. So I moved into a mate of mine, and we were like, you know, you always have a partner in crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You always have that one mate you do everything with, and he didn't work, his mum and dad. So my mate's mum and dad, his dad was one of the biggest speed cooks in Brisbane. Okay. And his mum was one of the biggest speed dealers in Brisbane. Okay. So the dad would cook and she'd sell like fucking, bro. And I lived in their house. I went and moved in there. I stayed in their house, bro. I was in like 50 raids, like not even fucking joking. 50 raids, their dogs, everything. They never found a fucking thing, bro. This bitch had the best hiding spots in the world, bro. It's just ridiculous. But that doorbell there, from sundown to fucking sundown the next day, 24 hours, bing, every 10 minutes, junkies just coming. Like everyone on fucking Brisbane north side and south side would come to this house, bro. It was hectic. But then, see, we would have this on tap now. Like we would get the purest gear. This is me, 14, 15-year-old, getting pure gack speed. Like most people these days are all about ice and shit, but you probably know, like back in the day, old school speed, okay, that shit blows your fucking dick off. Okay, that's just like the next level, bro. Okay, and that's what I started on. Like I wasn't doing pingers. I didn't start eating pills or start snorting a few lines of rack or whatever I was doing now. I went straight to speed. That was my drug of choice. That was what I got introduced to. I didn't cope with shit. Fucking pingers was shit. I'd rather get fucking fried, bro. You know, like full fried. Because we'd eat half a point of this. We'll go halves, me and my mate. We'll be awake for 3-4 days. But see, we wouldn't sleep. We'll just keep going. We're getting on every day. And at that point, I was still young. At this point, I fucking ran away from home too, bro. I'm not at home. My mum and dad, they don't know where I am. The only time mum ever seen me was when she picked me up from the watch house or fucking when the police were looking for me, because I was on missing person list and everything, but I was a 15-year-old not home for a year and a half. You know what I mean? So it was pretty fucked up. Like all my mates' houses were getting raided for me and shit. Like, and I was just like on the run. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But So constantly getting on it. And then I started using, that's when I was starting to use speed every day because we had it on tap. And me and my mate would go out, bro. I'd go racking every day, like, because I had no money, bro. I didn't have Centrelink, couldn't get any of that. So I'd steal. So I started stealing, bro. So I'd go into like a David Jones or a Myer, any shopping centre, you name it, bro. In Brisbane, I've done it. Walked in there with the duffel bag. Okay, you're going there. You put the bag underneath the rack of clothes, bro, and you walk around. And then you start popping off beepers. So you walk around, you're popping off beepers. You roll the shirt up, put it in the bag. Keep walking around. Wait till you got about 30 shirts. Okay, you load this bag up, and then you just grab the cunt and you run straight out the fucking door, bro. Okay, I did that heaps of time. I never got caught for stealing, bro. Okay, I never got pinched for stealing, and I stole a fuckload of shit. Like, I'll go into sunglasses, start walking there with the boost juice. Okay, walk into sunglasses, start try some sunnies on, put one in the boost juice, walk out, fucking sweet, peel out, and just cruise out the shopping centre. Okay, I didn't give a fuck, you know. But see, and then I'll go give that bag of clothes. Like, I was stealing like $100, $200 polos, like 20, 10, 50, like $1,000, $2,000 worth of clothes. And I'll go sell it for 1 point a gear worth $100. You know what I mean? They love me. Okay. Because I'll go there, even meat racks from Woolies, bro. I'll go load up fucking in my jumper, boom, either side, I fill it big logs of steak, bro, down my legs, bro. And I'll walk there and I'll sell them the meat, bro. They'll buy meat off me, whatever. As soon as they said they could get meat, I'm like, fuck yeah, I can do a Woolies over. Like, there's Woolies everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and that was me, bro. I was stealing, and then I was just fucking getting on the gear all the time. And that's when I started. I got introduced, like, in that scene again. Then I got introduced to the pipe, bro. Okay, so I started smoking it. So I started smoking gear, and that was like the next step because it would just be like, boom, you have your pipe. You're like, holy fuck. And then see, when you're around people and you're social with it, you're passing around a pipe in a group, bro. It's like a social thing. Yet again, I'm a part of a big group. And we're all passing around the pipe, having chats, like, yeah, fucking boom. Then I'll go out graffitiing and fucking, then we'll go to parties, I'll punch on. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking, I loved it. And I was like, I would always have my handy little sweet puff, my fucking crack pipe, my ice pipe. I'd have it everywhere I went. It was on me more than my underwear were, bro. Okay, like, I would have that dacked in my sunglasses case wherever I went. Okay, all over. Okay, because see, that was another way I could get gear. Okay, because if I had the pipe, people want to use my pipe. I've got the pipe. You got to give me a fucking 12, bro. Yeah. Okay. Ideas, man. I was a problem solver, brother. Okay. So, bro, so then I'll just always have gear, bro, because I always had a pipe. I was always around this. And then at that point, I moved out of that house where we were with the old mate, with my good mate, well, not a good mate, but you know what I mean? Like, with my partner in crime, getting on every day. And then I moved out there because it got too red hot. They had to move out to fucking Greenbank or some shit. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking Greenbank, bro. Okay. So I moved in to this other crack house, bro, that we all partied at. Not partied at, we just did drugs at. It wasn't even partying, bro. It was a Monday to fucking Monday drug. It's like in there, and then everyone in this house, bro, like, that's where we'd go on the weekends from old mates. We'll go there. Everyone's getting on, all the lads. Everyone's just fucking getting on it, fucking smoking pipes, fucking graffiti in the backyard on the back of the house. Because her mum and dad were in jail, bro. Okay. So this chick had this house. And her mum and dad were locked up. We had the house to ourselves. It was a bunch of fucking young cunts, like, owning this house, bro. It was fucking, well, at the time, it was fucking sick. Like, we could do what we want when we want. So we're smoking pipes down the lounge room, whatever. You know, I had mates, like, everyone was smacking up, like, doing everything, like, injecting and shit, bro. The amount of times I've been there, bro, when I've had a mate of mine, bro, sit there, bang, injecting, he's dead. You know what I mean? And we just left. Like, I was like, fuck this, you know, like, you just see that and you're just like, I'm out. You know, you just left. But that's the type of scene I was in. And like, I was holding the fucking strap for people when they're injecting and shit. Like, that's where I was. That was the life I was in. You know what I mean? And this is, yet again, this is me, like, from 13, 14 till I was like 15, like 17, 18. Because then I started seeing this chick, like, in that scene. I started seeing her. It was just drugs and fucking shit, bro. It was just toxic. And then, see, when I got with her, I started to let myself go. Because with her, okay, I was smoking cones Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, getting on the gear Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so I started to get lazy. And during the week, we were just punching down billies, eating shit food, watching TV, doing nothing. Like, it was boring. You know what I mean? And then over time, you know what I mean, I started to gain weight again, but I didn't realize in time. But then blink of an eye, bro, a couple of months or 6, 7 months after seeing her, bro, you know, I'm fat as fuck. I'm 120 kilos. Getting on the pipe every weekend and fucking smoking cones and eating during the week. And then I'm back to this fat piece of shit, back to that kid that I hated. Yeah. Okay. So I've done a full 180. I've fucking, and then just back to this kid that I hated. I felt that emotion. I was like, because I'll be sober during the week, I'll just be stoned. I wouldn't be, and I'll obviously be coming down from the fucking weekend. I'm getting on it and I'm thinking all this shit. And then my head's just going, you're back to where you fucking were. You're this fat cunt again. Okay. And I wouldn't take my shirt off. I was wearing a jumper all the time. I was insecure again. And then I wasn't out graffitiing with the boys anymore. I wasn't punching on all the time. I wasn't doing all the things that I fucking loved. Okay, so I'm like, fuck this. Okay, see you later. Left her. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to have it wasn't a fresh start. I left her to go get back deeper into the scene again. I'm like, I need to get back fighting everyone. I need to start fucking graffitiing and more. I need to start smoking fucking pipes every day again. You know what I mean? I've got to get my life back. That's what I thought my life was. But then over time, bro, so this was about 18 years old. I was drinking at Gilhooly's at the pub on a weekend. And we're just all getting fucked up on the rums. Like, we're just getting over to being fucking messes, getting fucked up the rums. Then I'll get a text from one of my mates saying, hey, man, your mate's out in the valley with your ex, bro, hooking up with her and shit. And I just I see red. Like, I've just been, bro, I would do anything for anyone back in the day. I'll be the first one to fight. I'll be the first one to stick up for anyone. I'll take the rap for anyone. Half my drug charges that I'll tell you about it soon, none of them are mine, bro. Okay, I took the rap for all that shit. Okay. So, but that was the type of person I was. So when this happened, bro, I didn't know how to deal with that. I was so fucking angry. But then and then all this anger, me feeling fat, I was back to where I was, me feeling alone, feeling like I'm just hopeless. It all fell into one, bro. And I was just crying. I just ended up crying, bro. I just broke down. I left all my mates at the pub and I'm in the car park crying like a little fucking girl, bro. And then my mum and dad's house is up the road a bit. So then went with mum and dad. I went up to mum and dad's. I was walking up to mum and dad's and I'm drunk as fuck and I'm just crying. I'm a mess and couldn't show up at mum and dad's, bro. I was there, but I was too ashamed. I was too embarrassed. I haven't seen mum in fucking year and a half. You know what I mean? Like, I've been on the run. I've been living in these houses. I've just been not even calling them. I don't call them, nothing. You know what I mean? And then I will go home and I can't pull myself to do it. Okay. And then what I did, so I went over to this school across the road and I just need to go sit over there to clear my mind. And I used to go up on this roof up there. And I went up there and I used to drink up on this roof and shit with the mates. And that it's about three, 4 stories up. So I climbed up there and I was just up there and I was just crying like a mess. And see, my mates stabbed me in the back that I thought were my brothers. Okay. I couldn't go home and face my family. So I felt like I was lost. I felt alone. I was a fat piece of shit again. And I just thought that life wasn't, what's the point?
Yeah.
So then I tried to take my own life. I jumped off the roof and I tried to take my own life. But that was when I was 18. And yeah, so I tried taking my, sorry, just one sec.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Okay, yeah, I tried taking my own life. And then walked back over to mum and dad's. Like, I woke, like, came to him. I broke my foot. Thanks, God. That's all I broke was my foot. Stumbled home. Okay, I told mum and dad what happened. And I was just breaking down, telling mum and dad what happened. And they're just like, what the fuck? They haven't seen me in like fucking ages. And I just come home broken foot, just try to fucking take my own life across the road to school. And they're just like, what the fuck's going on? And then broke down to them. And then we formed a plan. I was just like, I want to change. I'm fucking over this. I've just ruined everything. I feel like, and then all these years, I was off my head. I didn't have a come down, bro, because I was always fucking high. I didn't have mental health problems. I didn't have any issues like that because everything was cruising. I had mates, I had this, I was doing my own thing. I didn't have all that. But when all this happened, when that moment happened, everything is imploded. I'm this fat piece of shit. I'm just fucking a drug addict. I haven't got anything in my life. What have I got? No one's fucking got my back. I'm alone in this world. You know, my parents were always there for me, bro, but I was too ashamed to go see them. You know what I mean? What am I going to say? Oh, welcome home. You know, I'm just here off my fucking head. You know, so went there and we formed a plan for me to go over to New Zealand because my dad's over working in Christchurch doing the earthquake rebuild. Okay, so he's over there doing the earthquake rebuild. He's like, mate, we'll come over. Because I had to get away. Because I was like, fuck it, okay, we'll do this. I went over to New Zealand. I started working over there, started exercising, training, started getting in the gym. There was one of Dad's workmates who was in the gym. He gave me a meal plan. I started training. But I lost about 40 kilos in New Zealand. I got from 121, I went down to about 79 kilos. Okay, so I lost all this weight. My abs were coming through. I was starting to feel good. I was fucking clear-headed. I felt amazing. I was over there for about 6 months. Okay, and I was like, fuck yeah, I feel amazing. I'm fixed. You know what I mean? I'm fixed. You know, I'm done like that. But then I started to go on social media, bro, and I was having a look on social media, and then I was seeing all my mates, like, going out clubbing. See, I'm still about 18, 19, bro. I haven't been clubbing. I spent my teens and everything. I was in crack houses, bro. That was my nightclub. You know what I mean? So then I see everyone going out night clubbing and all these people, like, bro, the night clubbing scene, everyone who goes out, they all have jobs. They all live a good life. Like, it's okay. It's acceptable. You know what I mean? It's not like they're smoking crack in a fucking room every night, you know? So I got this fucking FOMO, bro. And I'm like, I need to go back. I need to go see everyone. I need to go show everyone how good I'm looking. I need to go show everyone I'm changed. need to go come back and make like a big entrance. You know what I mean? So I left. Dad's like, mate, you're not ready. Don't go. Please stay. Because he's seen where, like, obviously I'm his son and he's seen where I was at. And I'm like, no, fuck you yet again, bro. I'll live my own life. I'll do what I want when I want. I'll never stop doing that. I still to this day don't stop doing that. Okay. So, bro, I'm like, nah, book my flights. I'm fucking out of here. Thanks, mate. I'm fixed. Fucking good job. Thanks, mate. See you later. Okay. So I went home, got home a full-time job. I was a renderer. I was a renderer's labourer. Fucking cunt of a job. But renderer's labour, working hard all week, bro. And then I'll go start mingling with mates on the weekend. So Monday to Friday, I'm working like a dog, okay? Fucking working for this Italian fucking renderer, okay? He's fucking for like $20 an hour, carrying buckets of mud up for like 50 flights of fucking stairs, bro. It's a joke. But anyway, so I started going out and reconnecting with a few mates. Not the mates who I was really getting on pipes and shit with, but other mates that I like knew that were like not fully into that scene. And I'm like, oh, they're not fully in that scene. So, you know, I can go see them. They're just fucking going out drinking. Like, that's harmless. Because, bro, alcohol was never my problem. Okay, alcohol was never what I was getting on every day. Alcohol, I wouldn't even drink when I was off my head fried, bro. I thought it was a waste because I wouldn't get drunk because I just want to get more fried. Okay, so I didn't drink, bro. So with my mindset, I come back and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go out and see boys, have a couple of drinks at a mate's house. Mum's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. I'm like, it's not fucking ice or anything like that. It's fucking sweet, you know, I'm fine. So went in there, fucking just started going out on the weekends, drinking. And then, bro, when I'm out in the nightclubbing scene, bro, okay, I've got mates of mine out there and they start selling pills, like they have pills out there. And I started eating a couple of pingers when I was going out. I'm like, fuck yeah, because, bro, same thing. In my mind, pills are not ice, okay? Pills are not anything to do with that. Pills are nothing. Everyone does pills. All these guys are out there doing pills. That's sweet. You know what I mean? So then started eating pingers like every weekend, bro, going out drinking. And then, see, I'll be the middleman too. Like, my mates would have the pingers and people come up and ask me. It's like, because then I started to meet people as well, bro. Like, I started to introduce other people. We met more people out there, the nightclubbing scene. Then everyone knew me out there because, bro, I get along with people. You know what I mean? I was looking good, feeling good. I was more confident now, you know, because I looked better. I wasn't all the flogged out and I had a clear mind. And then, bro, I got introduced people. Then, see, I was the middleman. So they'll be like, oh, can you get any pingers? I'm like, yeah, can't. Yeah, sweet. I'll go see my mate who'll give me 10. I'll go give them 9 and just charge them a bit extra. I'll make one for myself. Oh, sweet. Have a good night. You know what I mean? But then I started to be like, bro, why do I have to be the middleman here? You know what I mean? Then I started obviously buying 10 packs of pills because I'm like, I can sell these easy. I'll fucking go through about 100 or through my mates a night. I'll get 10 just to sell to make a bit of money so I could drink. Because, see, the ones that sold the pills and the ones that were doing all that, bro, they had the booths. They had the attention. They had the nice stuff, okay? And that's what I wanted. Next minute, I want that. And first, my role models were these fucking old jailbirds. But now, see, I've got my hyper focus on these guys that are living in the booths, drinking bottles, like in the VIP. And I'm like, I want that. Yeah. That's what I want, okay? So then I started selling pills. So a 10-pack, I would get a 10-pack, bro. That's gone in fucking 10 minutes, bro. I got $1,000, 2,000. I'm like, sweet. Okay, next minute, 100-pack. Take 100 out. Gone, sold. I'm like, holy fuck. Walk it home, then next minute I get a box, which is 1,000 pills. Take them out. Nearly all of them are gone after a night, bro. Because I know everyone in this club comes back, everyone's getting 5 each. Yeah, sweet, 4, 5. Yeah, sweet, boom. Bro, I didn't even know how much money I had at the time. I'm going home like fucking 3-4 grand most times, bro. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'd wake up fucking after a big night with no money, no drugs. And I'm like, where the fuck's all my shit? You know what I mean? I lost fucking all the shit, but I didn't care, bro, because I still had money. I still had everything. Selling drugs was never about money to me, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, selling drugs is being the guy that people want to come to have attention, being the one that shouts all the drinks, that has the booth, that has that. That's what I want. I didn't care about fucking money, bro. I never have. Okay. But then in that scene, then you started snorting coke and then you started getting into that and you started having a few lines and coke was mad. I was like, fuck yeah, coke. So I have a few lines on the fucking toilet. Yeah, nice fucking dirty public toilet, rack up a nice fucking line. Picture of health, that is, okay?
Yeah.
But then see, we started, like, then I started hanging around that and then I'll start selling the pills to support my coke habit. Because then on cokes and then by this time, bro, over time, bro, I was just selling that much on the weekends, bro, just in the clubs that I didn't have to work. So I quit my job. I didn't work. I was like, fuck this. I can just go out. I was going out Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday sessions. You know what I mean? I'll go out every 3 nights in a row and I'll go load up. I'll go out and sell my shit, have a good night, come home, pass out, be in bed all fucking week, coming down, feeling like shit, and repeat again on the weekend. Okay, that was my life. Okay, and that was fine. But then, see, I didn't want to come down. And then I was like, fuck this, I don't need to come down. Then I started, because I had all this coke. So then I started selling coke. So I was selling bags of rack. So then there's more money in it. So I'm like, I'm getting bigger wads of cash. I get to snort more coke, I get to buy more coke, which means I have more coke for myself. I'm like, fuck yeah, okay, because I was never a dealer. Okay, I don't consider myself as a dealer. As weird as that sounds, I consider myself an addict.
Yeah.
Okay, I was selling to support my own habit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I haven't just put like houses up my nose. I would own suburbs, cunt. Okay, my fucking face is a fucking, what do you call it, a collector's item, or fucking, it's an asset. The amount of fucking money I put in my face, but I don't think about that. But see, it was always about, all my profit would be in my fucking nose. As long as I can get on again, buy another couple of ockers, I'm sweet. As long as I can do that, I'm fine. But then, yeah, so I started doing coke, and that was an everyday thing. So then I started using coke every day, okay, and it got pretty bad. Like, I was just wake up and have a line, you know what I mean? I wake up, have a line, start the day. But then I started selling during the week too. If someone needed a bag during the week, yeah, come around, bro. And then I'm selling drugs out of my mum's fucking house. You know what I mean? This is me while I'm still at home. Like, put in the letterbox, leave the money in the letterbox. Yep, sweet, bro, sweet. See ya. Well, like, didn't care. Didn't have a burner. Didn't have anything, bro. I was texting on fucking Snapchat. Like, dumb cunt, bro. Okay. But so over time, and then during this period, bro, mum and dad sat me and my brother down because they seen I was getting all fucked out. And I don't know, they didn't want to tell me this, obviously, then. They wanted to tell me and my brother. But they sat us down, and then mum said she's got cancer. So mum sat us down and she's like, boys, I've got cancer. And she's like, it's going to be a tough few years ahead. And then, yeah, she's like, and they explained to us, she's got myelofibrosis, which is a rare form of leukemia, which is 1 in 400,000 people get it. It's fucking bullshit. It's not hereditary. It's not nothing, but there's no cure for it. There's no breast cancer. There's no chemo. It's just a fucking devil thing that just eats you away. So we were hit with that, and I didn't know how to deal with something like this, bro. Okay. I had no emotion at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. My emotion was go down and get fucking high. I went down to my room and I laid out the biggest line of rack I could, and I smacked it down, and I'll just like numb myself. Okay. Because that's how I dealt with it, bro. That's how I dealt with it. And then I think this might not be, but I think mum and dad see me going down this track because they're always like, what are you doing? Are you going to get a job? And mum would come down. She's like, are you okay? Because I'm come down. I'm like, fucking fine. Leave me alone. Like, I'd always be on my back because I'm just sitting in a room smoking, snorting drugs. My mum's not dumb. My mum is the smartest fucking woman you've ever met in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. She knows everything that was going on. Okay. My older cousins. So back in the scene before rewind. Sorry. Okay. So back in the day, one of my cousins, he overdosed on heroin. So he was a heroin addict, and he overdosed when I was about 16, 17. Okay. And yeah, even that same thing, bro, how I dealt with that, went to the funeral. As soon as the funeral was done, I went back out. That was the only time. Mum hadn't seen me for months on end. And then she picks me up and says, your cousin's dead. We need to go to his funeral. I'm like, fuck, okay. Went there, did that, went and got high after. That's how I dealt with it. And I forgot about it. It numbed me, and I lived my life, kept living my life. I didn't care. It numbed me. And the exact same thing happened when mum told us she had cancer. Okay. So I went down, and I'm like, do what I know how to do. I don't know how to deal with anything in life.
Yep.
How I've always dealt with things is numbing myself. Okay. So then I went down, smacked down a fatty, dropped the fucking Valium, had a fucking Xanax, and fucking there I go. I was chilled out again, and I lived my best life. And then I was so numb to it, I just forgot about it. I know how fucking sad that sounds and how selfish that sounds, but I was numb, bro. I just wanted to escape that. I didn't want to face that. I didn't want to face my mum fucking dying. Okay. I was like, nah, fuck this. Let's get high. So then a smart idea is when I moved out of home. So then I moved out of home. Okay, went out, and me and my mate got this penthouse in Spring Hill because I had a fuckload of money, bro. Money wasn't a fucking issue. Like, I was selling a fair bit of drugs. So I didn't care. I was like, I'm sweet. Money was an object, bro. I didn't care. I'd fucking throw $1,000. I'd go to the fucking pokies at midnight pretty much every night of the fucking week off my head and put $1,000 to them to sit there and fucking playing pokies all night. You know, money wasn't a thing, bro. You know what I mean? So I moved out, went to this penthouse, and this is probably my worst move. One of many of my worst moves, but moved in this house, and it was just me snorting fucking coke every day in my fucking room, bro. Just in there Monday to fucking Sunday, snorting racks, selling drugs, just fucking sitting there, just numb to everything still. Yet again, even with what's going on, I never called my mum, never called my dad, didn't talk to my brother. I was just there numbing myself in my little penthouse apartment, living my best life. Okay, because that's where I was happiest. That's where I was numb. And then over time in this penthouse, this fucking kept snorting rack. And then I started to get real anxious all the time, bro. Because when I was on the rack, I started to get real anxiety real bad. So I was eating bottles of Valiums, bro. My top drawer, I had about 100 bottles of Valiums. Okay. I had about fucking 10,000 Valium tablets in my top of my drawer. Because I'm a man that buys in bulk. Okay. If I find something that I need and want, I never want to run out. So I'd buy it in fucking bulk. So I had it there and I'll be eating them and then I'll be coming down and up, bro. And then I was like, fuck this. I had a mate of mine that always came over there who always used to smoke pipes, bro. Okay, he'd always just go in the bathroom. Hey, man, can I just have these in the bathroom? I'm like, yeah, bro, fucking sweet. No worries. I don't care. Do whatever you want in my house. And then I'm like, fuck it, bro. Just give us one. Let me try. I just bought them. Then I started having a few twirls. And then, boom, I got that euphoric feeling like back in the day. But see, that whole thing where I was like, oh, it's Coke. It's not ice. It's that. Bro, I forgot about that when I'm so numb, bro. I didn't care.
Yeah.
All I wanted was a high that didn't make me anxious. And that's what that was. I found the pipe again and I was fucking off my head, smoking pipes. And I was like chatting. I was talking again. I felt like I was myself again. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to start smoking pipes again. I'm going to smoke pipes and sell Coke because that's going to save me money because ice is cheaper than Coke. I'm fucking sweet here. So I tried to rationalize it, that it was okay because it's going to be better. I could handle it. And then boom, time goes on. And then boom, sitting there, bang, door flies open, bro. About 10 coppers, bang, all in my fucking face, bro. Sitting there, smoking a pipe while they're in there, coming in like, fucking put everything down, raid, boom. I was like, fuck, got raided. This was my first raid on me. And then, I got pinched. I had all my shit. I wasn't smart, bro. I had all my shit in the top drawer. So easy access, couple of ounces of coke here, cool pills, this and that. Had a whole, as I said before, I was holding a fuckload of my mate's MD. And that was in the top drawer. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, bro. Just keep it here. No worries. Yeah, hide the stuff here. No worries. And see, that's what I mean. I took the rap for that as well because I'm fucking, that's who I am. But, and then, got pinched for that. All that. I was like, fuck, red-handed. And then got bail on that. So I went there, my lawyer got me bail on that. Okay. And then I was out. And then the first thing I did, bro, was go to the fucking ice pipe shop because there's a little convenience store that sells ice pipes. So I went there, got one of them because I knew they didn't find this little bag of rock at home. I knew where all my shit was. Yeah. Okay. And I knew they didn't find this one fucking bag. I'm like, yeah, I've still got drugs at home. That's all I cared about. Went home there, the whole house had flipped on its fucking head. And see, they've got all my money. They've got all my drugs. They've got fucking everything, bro. I'm broke. Like nothing. You know what I mean? And I was just fucked off. I was smoking pipes in my room. Everything, bed flipped up on there, smoking pipes in my room. And like, fuck. And then I finished that. I'm like, what am I going to do now? First thing I wanted to do was go tick up some gear. I'm texting everyone, hey, bro, can you get me a ball? Hey, bro, I just wanted something to smoke. I just wanted my own shit so I can get through this. Because that's how I dealt with everything. But then, see, once I got pinched, everyone didn't want to be around me because I was red hot, bro. Okay, because everyone's like, without seeing us, and everyone's like, fuck, no, bro, I can't be around you, bro, because fucking, I don't want the heat on me. And I'm like, fuck all you cunts, you're all dogs. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I've done everything for you. I've always supported you. I've always been there for you. I'll drop everything to come help you. And when this happens to me, you don't want to fucking know me. I'm like, fuck you. And I was going to do some stupid shit in Brizzy, but I didn't. But a mate of mine was up in Cairns. Okay, I had a mate up in Cairns who always chat to me and he used to get on it together when he lived in Brizzy. And he's like, bro, come up here, don't do anything stupid because I'm like, cunt, I'm going to run through these cunts' houses. I'm going to fucking, I'm over it. Fuck these cunts. I'm going to go fucking steal. I'm going to go get their gear and fucking bash them. You know what I mean? Like, I was just off my head. You know what I mean? I would have got fucking in a lot of trouble. And this is like, I was planning on running into their mum's houses and shit. Like, fucking dumb cunt. But anyway, so I went up to Cairns and my mate's like, you come up here, help me out up here, collect some money, help me up here. And you know what I mean? And we'll just bounce with each other and I'll support you up here. I'm like, sweet. Packed the ute. Drove up to fucking Cairns, off my fucking head. Fucking hell, that was a fucking fucked up drive, bro. That is a full-on drive off your face, bro. I'm telling you. So went up to Cairns and bro just landed back in the same shit. Because he's like, come up here, bro. We'll train. We'll get clean, bro. We'll come up. We'll just make money. And I'm like, yeah, sweet, bro. As soon as landed into Cairns, bro, straight into apartment. Pipes are out. Xanax bars down the throat. Drinking, pipes, Xannies. Like, fuck yeah, fucking party. Darcy's here. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. And then got caught up in the scene up there. And then, bro, we were going out nightclubbing and shit, and someone was up talking to one of my mates, and we were getting in a lot of trouble up there, getting in a fair few fights and that. And then, bro, because I just seen someone arguing with my mates, a mate of mine in a nightclub, and I went up to him like, wait, what's your problem? He's like, fuck off, cunt. And then I just went bang, and just busted this cunt up. And then ran out of the club. We're like, fuck yeah, that was mad. Fuck yeah. Then next minute, we're sitting in an apartment, chilling out, smoking pipes. So they've all got their gear out and shit. And then bang, door fires open. Next raid for me, bro. My second one. Mr. Cogdale, we're wanted view for an assault at the wool sheds in Cairns. Mate, you're coming with us, boom. And then emergency raid because all the gear was out on the table. You know what I mean? And then bang, red flag, and then all the gear over. And then I was like, fuck me. You know what I mean? And then next minute, emergency raid, they find all this gear, and I'm like, it's all mine. Because I was like, in my head, I'm like, I caused this raid. I'm taking the fucking rap. I'm a solid cunt. That's what I do. You know what I mean? And then got pinched for that. And then, bomb, next minute, blink of an eye, I'm on jail bus to Lotus Glen Correctional Centre, up north, Queensland jail. Okay, trust me, if you know, bro, dark fellas jail. Okay, it's an Aboriginal jail, bro. It's a fucking not a little white boy with blue eye jail. I'll tell you that. So I went in there, bro. I'm coming down, bro. I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking scared, bro. I'm not fucking hiding, denying it, bro. I'm a little kid. I thought I was invincible up until then, bro, because I was in the watch house. I'm like, oh yeah, call the fucking lawyer. Let me out. Call me lawyer. Fucking, because that's what happened last time. I'm like, no, this is sweet. But see, I had fucking charges. I got done for assaults years ago in nightclubs too, and when I was younger. So I had about 3 assault charges over my head. I had possession of drugs when I got raided, and then I've got done again for another assault, and then another possession of drugs because of all the drugs that I put my hand up for. And they're like, mate, you're not going fucking anywhere. I'm like, fuck off, can't call me fucking lawyer, you dog. You know what I mean? Like all that. And then next minute I'm on the way to the fucking jail bus, and then it's all hit me like a ton of bricks. And then I'm on the phone to mum. You know, you get your first phone call when you go into jail. On the phone to mum, and I was just like, mum, I'm in fucking jail up in Lotus Glen. And then she's just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'll call you when I can. I love you. And then boom, that was it. Then it was my first day in jail, walking into jail, bro. Walking into a big 50, 100-man unit, bro. Open that door, you just got your little sack on your back, and you're just like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? You know what it's like when you see a little young kid walk into a unit, and you're like, who's this little cunt? You know what I mean? I was that little cunt. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. 50,000 eyes on me, and I'm anxious. I'm fucking scared, bro. I'm like, I'm going to get outed. I've never been to jail, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to fucking come here. I'm going to get fucking bashed. I'm going to get fucked in the ass. I'm going to fucking everything's going to go to shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck. But then, bro, first thing I did is I put my sack outside my drawer, and I went outside and I started training in the yard. Started cutting laps, chin ups, dips, push ups, burpees. Just started training, and I was coming down, bro, just like cut laps, sweating like crazy, just fucked off my head. Coming down off this is off like a 10-year drug bender. Like the only pause in between my whole drug use was when I went to New Zealand for 6 months. Every other day, I'm off my fucking face.
Yeah.
So in there. But the thing is, when I started training, bro, I had a few people in there. Like I was head down training, and then a few boys. And it's like, hey, you want to jump in? You want to jump in? Start doing a boxing with a few of the boys. You had your thongs on your hand for pads. You know, you started hitting a few pads. I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm starting to fit in here. Started training with them. They're like, oh, come sit down, have food with us. And then, bro, training made me fit in. And I'm like, fuck yes, come. And then I was sweet. Like, I was still not loud and just doing my thing. I was always just the one to go out and train. Then it's like, fuck, you love training, can't I? I'm like, yeah, bro. And then every day in jail, my mind got clearer. Okay, so every day, like I never gave myself long enough off the drugs to feel good about myself, bro. I never knew what happiness was. You know, I never had a feeling of feeling good about myself without drugs. I thought drugs was happiness, bro. So every day in jail, my mind got clearer and clearer. I trained every day, ate at the same time every day, because I got introduced to structure and routine.
Yep.
As you know, in jail, it is structure and fucking routine. Muster, eat, muster, train, muster, dinner, bed, close the door, wake up, do it again. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah. So I got into this routine in there, bro, and I started to thrive, bro. My mind started to get clearer. But then, see, when my mind got clearer, all I could think of was that I'm going to be stuck in here and I'm going to miss my mum's funeral, bro. Okay. So I'm like, and all the pain that I've caused my family, I didn't realize everything I've done until it all hit me like a ton of bricks when I was sitting in there. When you jail, bro, when you're sitting in your cell, bro, all you do is reflect. That's all you can do. You reflect, or you watch Luck and Love Island or The Bachelor or something that's on TV. But all you do is reflect, bro. And all I could do was reflect on all the fucking shit. I had no proud moments to make my parents proud, bro. I didn't finish school. I didn't bring home sport carnivals. I didn't win the fucking anything. I didn't bring home any straight A's. I didn't do anything. I brought home suspensions and fucking expulsions and fucking court papers, cunt. You know what I mean? That's all I had. And I was just like, my mum's going to pass away while I'm in here, and she's never going to see her real son. She's never going to. And I promised myself when I was in there that no matter what I'll do, I'll never go back to that life. And no matter what happens to my mum, if something happens while I'm in there, I'm going to keep making her proud long after she's gone. And I told her that every day on the phone. I called my mum every day when I was in there, because I just start feeling bad, and I'm like, nah. And this is the point where I changed my life. When I went to jail and started thinking about this, my mind got clear. I've been sober since then. 5 years ago to the day, not to the day, but 5 years ago, I've been sober since then. So every day I'll call my mum and I'll tell her, I promise you I'm going to do better. I promise you I'm going to come out. I'm going to make you proud. And it's the boy who cried wolf, bro. The boy who said this 1,000 times. And she's like, all right, Darcy, I'll book you up. All right, hope you're okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I've got to show her. I can't tell her. I'll tell her as much as I want because that's all I can fucking do right now. But when I get out of here, I'm going to show her. And every day while I was in there, I started writing in my journal. I had a little book. I started writing down every morning. I will make my mum proud and writing down all the things I'm going to do. I'm writing down, like, think about all the pain that I've caused them. Every day I'll stick to my routine. All the shit that I'm doing now, bro, that I journal every day, journaling saved my life. Everything I've ever written down since the day I went to jail, I have achieved. Okay? So, and every day I went in there, then I'll just close my eyes. I didn't even know what meditating was then, you know what I mean? I was meditating with the fucking hippies, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'll just close my eyes when I was in there, when I'll write my journal and I'll think about making my family proud, I'll close my eyes and I'll just manifest shit. I'll just be like, okay, you get out there, you're just going to start just working, just get a job, just show them all, just stay sober, stay clean, fuck everyone else, just do her. And then, bro, every day my mind got clearer and clearer. Even though I had the feeling of her passing away every night, I knew that I was going to make her proud. I knew that I was never going to go back. I knew it. Okay. And every day I trained. Training got me through everything. Training all day. I trained as soon as I woke up. I did burpees every day. Burpees, 1,000 burpees a day. Then I would do my weights in the afternoon, and then I'll go for an afternoon walk. I'll do three times a day training because that made me sleep well at night because I couldn't sleep, bro. Okay, because I'll be thinking of fucking my mum dying and shit. Yeah, so I was like, yeah, my brain would just go overdrive, bro. So then I was like, fuck it, just fucking train. By the elbows, bro, I couldn't even lift my fucking arm. You know what I mean? I'm just like, boom, on the bed, out. Every day. Train my ass in the ground. And I was known, everyone knew me as the hardest trainer in there, bro. I would out-train anyone in my fucking unit, anyone, anywhere, bro. I'm telling you right now. But then, see, when we were training, so that was in Cairns, and then I got flown down to Brisbane because I'm compassionate grounds. I'm like, I need to be transferred down to Brisbane. I've got no family up here. You know what I mean? And they took their fucking sweet time too. Okay, so I was like, went to the fishbowl. I'm like, home, if you don't send me to Brizzy soon, I'm going to fucking do something real stupid and it's your fault. And then, boom, red flags come up. They're like, this guy's going to fucking kill himself. Fucking all this. I'm like, oh, I wasn't going to do that. But fuck, I was just going to fucking lock myself somewhere or some shit. I don't know. But, yeah, then they approved it. Then I flew down to Brizzy, landed in the jail yet again, bro. I'm in a big fucking jungle with no one I know. Seeing Cairns, I made some mates. I had a fucking that. So land in Brizzy again, walk in, and it's the same thing. Boom. But then I knew I'm going to go outside and train. I'm going to do what I did up there and just train, and it'll all be sweet. Same thing happened, and it was all sweet. Trained, worked my ass off, bro. And then made a real good close group of mates, bro. We trained every day. I was like the PT in there, bro. Okay, so I'll run the group sessions. I'll be doing burpees in the morning. I'd run workouts with all the boys. And it was mad. And that's where I sort of fell in love with coaching and training. That's what I do now. I'm a PT. I'm a coach. Now I'm an online coach and I'm a face-to-face coach. But this is where I fell in love with it, bro, because I started training these guys in there and we're all training together. I was holding them accountable. I was like getting them up like, come on, it's time to train. Let's go. No excuses. And they're like, yep, fuck. And then they'll all start feeling good about themselves. And I'm like, thanks for today, bro. You know, it really helped me get through that. And they're like, and they'll go to visits with their missus and that, and they'll come back and like, bro, my missus says I'm looking fucking hot. I'm like, yeah, cunt. You know what I mean? We're training. We're eating good too. I had no idea about meal plans, but I'll just eat tuna and rice and oats in the morning. You know what I mean? That was what I ate. You know, and eggs and everyone on egg day when everyone gets eggs, I'll go around and buy everyone's eggs for a token. You know what I mean? I'll go get a fucking few hundred eggs. I'd still eat the cunts when they're off too. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But and then see, I started fitting in there, and it just time flowed by. And then I went for Supreme Court bail. So I went on Supreme Court bail for all my charges. Yet again, on compassionate grounds, we went because my mum was sick. So we're like, he needs to be out to be by his mum's side because all this mental health. And my lawyer got it through, which was mad. Got out on Supreme Court bail. But as you know, Supreme Court bail, I still got to go back to face the music. Okay, so I'm only out on just a temporary out. Yeah. So my lawyer is like, bro, you do everything you fucking can to show the system and show the fucking judge that you've changed. And I'm like, yep. So I went out. So part of my conditions was I got bailed to a rehab. So I went to rehab down at Gold Coast, Burleigh, Mirakai. Went down to there. Yeah, so I went there, Lives Lives Well. It was great. Went there, did my thing. I was there for about 2 months. And see, when I was there, I started to run the group sessions there. I started training kids there, you know what I mean, in the gym. And I bought a whole gym aspect because the Mirakai didn't have that. They had the meditation, they had gratitude, sit down, talk about your feelings. But there was no exercise. There was no go out for a walk. There was no train. There was none of that. I'm like, I need to train every day. I've been training every day. I've been locked up. You don't let me train. I'm fucking leaving straight away because I was the only one there that was just got out of jail. Like everyone else is just addicts and shit. You know what I mean? I was like, I just got out of fucking jail. I'm training every day or I'm going to punch on. Or I'm going to do something. I need to train. And they're like,
physical aspect to it.
yeah, so I started bringing that aspect to there, and they loved it. And then I was running group sessions every day. And then I decided to get my PT license. So then I did my PT course while I was out, still got my personal training course, everything like that. And then started PTing, bro. I started at an F45. A mate of mine opened an F45. And he's like, man, I want you to run it. And I'm like, yeah, cunt, let's go. Fucking, you serious? And then I thought this was my chance to make something of myself. And I'm ringing mum, like, Mum, I've got to fucking open my own gym. I'm opening my own gym, believe it or not. And she was like, actually, like coming down and visiting me at the rehab. And she's like, I really want you to do well, Darcy. I love you. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, Mum, I promise I love you. And see, I believe she's still around, and I believe that I'm still able to make her proud because I made a change. I believe the universe has given me another chance to make her proud because I am doing good and all the good things that I'm doing, which I'll get to in a bit. But you know what I mean? But anyway, so she started to believe in me and started to fucking being like, good on you, Darcy. I'm really proud of you. And I was like, fuck yeah, fucking sweet, okay? Went to the gym. I was still volunteering at the rehab every week. I was doing clean piss tests every Monday, bro. So they know I didn't get on it on the weekends. So doing all this shit, bro. And then running this F45, killed it, made it fucking popular as I was the best trainer. Everyone's like, you're the best trainer I've ever trained. You're the fucking most energetic. Because I'm up there off me fucking head on life. Like, fuck yeah, let's go, like bouncing around. So much energy, bro, as you can probably fucking tell by now. Yeah. But see, we were bouncing, and then that was awesome, and I thought this was it. So then sentencing day came. Okay, big sentencing day. I'm like, oh, I'm sweet. You know what I mean? I'm fucking sweet, bro. I'm running a gym. I got all these clean piss tests. I got letters from the fucking rehab saying I've completely changed the aspect of the rehab. I'm helping change so many people. I was signing in every day, never missed a fucking sign in. All this shit, clean piss test. Got a letter from my psychologist. I had fucking more paperwork than fucking an informant cunt. You know what I mean? Okay. And then, bro, and then I went in there and then showed him everything. And then I went in with my barrister and lawyer and sat down, and they're like, oh yeah, mate. Yep. And I'm like, yeah, sweet. What's going to happen? They're like, yeah, mate, you're going to look at about 10 years. I'm like, what, cunt? I'm like, 10 years, bro. I'm like, fuck, bro, look at all the shit I've been doing. Have a look. And he's like, mate, we're showing you some other cases here. Okay, this person just got done with drugs. He's doing 2 years. This person just got done with assault. He's doing 3 years. You have repeat offended on drugs and fighting, and then you're on a suspended sentence before that. Then you've reoffended again with drugs and fighting. They're like, you repeat offender. You got GBH charges. Okay, you got fucking drugs coming out your ass. They're like weapons charges. You are fucked. And I'm like, oh my god, cunt. And I'm like, fuck. I've got 10 years of golden door to brick, cunt. And then went in there, sat down, showed the judge all my paperwork. Lawyer gave me a good rap. And even the prosecutor was like, Mr. Cogdale has been out and he has been doing a lot of good things, as we can see. But he's still done this. He's still done this. They brought up photos of the guy at Bash. He was all fucked up. I looked like a fucking piece of shit. Okay. And then the judge went over and was fucking, she was like, oh, grilling me. And then she's like, but I see all the stuff you're doing and I love what you're doing. She's told me this is the best rehabilitation she has ever seen as a Supreme Court judge. This is an old school Supreme Court judge saying that to me. Okay, I had paperwork like this, clean piss test, referrals, like all shit, like everything, bro. I've grinded. I was out for about 8 months and then just worked my ass off, stuck to the plan, grinded, kept doing my journaling, kept doing all my morning workouts, training, everything like I was doing in jail. I kept that structure when I got out. And that's what kept me on track, is my structure and my routine. Okay. And then went in there and she's like, bang, I'm giving you 4 years, serve 15 months. With time served, you've got another 7 months to do, because I did 8 months on remand. And I'm like, yeah, cunt, boom, bro, fucking kick goals, bro. Even my lawyer turned around, he's like, cunt, yes. I'm like, yes. And then went in there, did my other 8 months. That flew by, because when you got your sentence date, when you got your fucking release date, time flies. When you're on the remand, you don't know. It's like fucking ringing your lawyer on the phone every day, going, brother, what's going on, bro? Am I getting out tomorrow or what? Like, you know what I mean? It's fucking shit. But see, time flew by. I landed back in the same unit with the same guys. I went back and everyone's still there, like, hey, you're back. I'm like, I'm home. And then same shit, I started training everything again, and then got out again, and then I rang mum, and before that, I told mum in the courtroom, I'm like, mum, no matter what, I'm going to keep making you proud. And this time she believed me, bro. I could see it. She believed me. She's like, I know, Darcy, you go do what you got to do, and I'll see you when I get out. And I'm like, and yet again, bro, in the back of my mind, I'm like, something can happen to mum while I'm in here, but you know what? I've come out, I've shown her, I've got given that chance, and I'm happy. I was content, bro. You know what I mean? And I knew I've changed. And then Went in there, got out again. I rang the F45 and I'm like, hey, boys, I'm back. I'm fucking out. Let's keep this going, bro. You know what I mean? You're still pumping. They're like, bro, no chance of you coming back here ever again, cunt. I'm like, what? They're like, you're all over the papers. F45 fucking drug dealing fucking coach, assaults, fucking. I was on the front page with my fucking F45 shirt going, big smiles. Bro, put their fucking gym. And they had to act like they knew nothing about it, that I blindsided them, that I lied about my past.
Yeah.
And that this all this shit, but I understood. Like, no, water under the bridge, bro. I get it. Like, I'm like, I'll fuck that one up. But then I went and signed up and then I went to my local gym at Chermside Good Life, where I've been coaching out of, and I'm still coaching out of now, because I'm like, I want to be a PT. And at this point, I lost my license. So I didn't have my license, so I was getting up. I started this PT, started there, and I knew I had to make something of myself to make mum proud. Because as a PT, you probably know it's either you make the money or you got to pay the rent. It's like it's all commission based. You don't not making money if you're not making mid session. So I woke up every morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, every day, 1 o'clock in the morning, because I had to walk from Aspley to Chermside, which is about 45-minute walk every morning. And I'll get to the gym at about 2:30 every morning, and I'll stay in the gym from 2:30 till 7:30 at night every fucking day. Monday to Friday, and then Saturday mornings, and then I'd rest on Saturday, Sunday. But I was in there, bro, every fucking day. I'll go up to everyone, they'll come in there, introduce myself. Hey, mate, I'm the new Darcy. Fucking run through a session. I'll run through a free session. Boom, started to know everyone in the gym, bro. Next minute, bro, if you probably, coaches out there probably listen to this, they struggle to get 20, 30 sessions a week, a normal PT, okay? I had 100 sessions booked in 4 to 5 weeks after I started there. Yeah, I hustled like a motherfucker. I was the most successful coach, if not in Queensland, if not in Australia, in 4 weeks after I started there. Because I had more drive than any other motherfucker. Okay, I had my family I had to make proud. I had shit to fucking do. I've been through enough. I had shit to make up for. My whole life I wasted being a fucking dropkick. So now it's time for me to start making my family proud. And I woke up every day and I knew what I was doing. I woke up, I wrote down in my journal every day, I will make my family fucking proud. And I woke up, had my cold shower, fucking everything, bro. I did everything like I do now, okay? And I went in there and I grinded and I killed it, bro. I was back to back with sessions, then killing it in there. And then and we're just still going through everything with mum and things like that. And after a while there, I'm fucking killing it, making a fuckload of money. I was making more money PTing than I was selling drugs, put it that way. Okay. Yeah, and then, and I was keeping it, exactly. But see, then I'll go around and I'll tell my mum and dad how well I'm doing. I'll boast about how well I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'll go around there proud, happy. I'll go in there, mum, dad, look at this. Look how many sessions I'm doing. I'll show dad how much money I'm making a week. He's like, because dad's an old school builder, bro. He's just like, you got to be a chippy, a tradie, or you're not going to make it anywhere, you know? And it's like, fuck off. I'm like, I'll show you. And then I was making $5-6 grand a week doing PTs, bro. You know what I mean? And I was killing it. And then I was showing him all the money. And then he's like, holy fucking, next minute, like I hear him on the phone to his mates boasting about me, being like, you should see how good Darcy's going. He's fucking killing. He's making $5 grand a week, like killing it. My father has never been prouder of me in my life. Nice. Okay? So for the fact to hear him boast about me to his mates, to people he was ashamed of me for before, like, oh, Darcy's in jail again, oh, Darcy's in lockup again, Darcy's on the drugs again. You know what I mean? That was all I had to show. Yeah. And now I'm showing him how well I'm doing and how fucking hard I'm working and shit. And he's like, sat down with me on one night by the fire, and he's like, no matter what happens, you got to know me and your mother, we're both really proud of you. Okay. And he's just like, we're sitting by the fire, and he's like, no matter what happens to your mother, you know that we both love you heaps and that we're really proud of what you've done and how far you've come and how much you've changed. And I just started crying, bro. I just started breaking out and crying, bro. It was probably the happiest moment of my life, to be honest. And yeah, that was a massive, and that just fired me up even fucking more, bro. I'm like, I'm going to go places. I'm going to do big things. I'm going to keep making you proud. And no matter what happens to mum, I'll keep making her proud. Like, we're coming to the arse end of mum's battle now. But like, I've been, as I said before, bro, the universe has given me this time to make her proud, to show her how good I'm doing. Okay. Yeah. And now the things I'm doing now, I started doing this online shit, this Instagram. I started doing some shit on Instagram just to get my message out there and stuff like that. I started filming my workouts and being a bit of a dickhead, because I've got this personality that a lot of people think is fucking, I'm still on the drugs, but I'm not. But so I started doing little things, like in the shower in the mornings, I throw a coffee on my face every morning, then I have my cold shower. It's a fucking weird routine, bro. I know it's fucking cooked, but the thing is, I never break my routine, and that's what I wanted to start showing people. that I never break my routine. I always do it Monday to Sunday. Routine and structure is what saved my fucking life.
Yep.
Routine and structure, the jail system, but the routine. I'm not trying to fucking tell people to go do a fucking stint to get better. I'm trying to show people that by having structure and routine in your life, and that's what I'm teaching people now with more online stuff, it will save your fucking life and it will make you happy. You will get to where you want to be. Okay, because I thrived in that. Okay, and that's what I started doing, the coffee on the face. And then my Instagram started to get traction, bro. It started to blow up. Like my phone, this thing doesn't fucking stop going off, bro. Okay, it's just nonstop. And I started blowing. Then I started doing my online coaching. So I created a program that is just like how I live my life, my routine, my structure, my daily routines, my morning routines, my exercises, my meals, all the things that I do, all my mindset work that I've done every day since the day I went to jail that got me to where I am. I put that in a program and starting to change other people's lives. That's what I do with online now. And bro, I'm making a mess. Every single person that has reached out to me for fucking change, I have completely changed their life, bro. And I'm talking about ex-addicts, brothers that have got out of jail. I coach some of the boys that are still in jail. I coach some of the brothers in jail. I send them workouts and shit while they're in there. I do their meal plan still. I write to them still. Then I've started, and then I've recently, bro, like, and then while I was doing good, bro, and I was doing good things, that's where my fiance came into my life. I wasn't looking for a missus, bro. I'm like, I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, fucking whatever. Okay, like I'm just here making my family proud because I wasn't going out drinking. I wasn't doing social things. I was just working, bro, to make my family proud. You know what I mean? And then something made me fucking speak to this chick, and then we met up, and then we clicked, and then, bro, I believe that's another thing that the universe has given me, bro. Since I've been doing good was my fiance. Then I've asked her to marry me. She's like my little sidekick, bro. She's the best thing in the fucking world. I never thought I'd have love. I never thought I'd have a woman by my side, bro. I was too that insecure. I'm still that insecure kid, that not confident thing that I never thought I was good enough. And then she came in my life, and she just loves and adores me, and I do the exact same back. And she's my little hype girl. She's fucking hot as fuck too. You know what I mean? I'm like, sweet. You know what I mean? She's loyal. She's caring.
I got one of them too.
Yeah, they're good, eh? They're good sauce.
They inspire me, mate. They inspire me.
Yeah, 100%. But she's just like, that's another good thing that came into my life. And then another thing that happened, bro, most recently is that speeches I've been doing. So I got one of my teachers from Wavell that actually expelled me from school. Okay, has been watching my Instagram and seeing what I'm doing. And she reached out to me and she's like, you got to come speak to these kids. So I went in there and I did this speech in front of all these kids in this laser program. It's like a suspension program for troubled kids. Yeah. And I went in there and I spoke in front of these kids, bro. And then they're all just like, because I spoke my story and I told them exactly where they're going to end up because I told them exactly what they're doing. I know these kids. I was these kids. You know what I mean? And they can relate to me. And they opened their eyes up and I told them my story, bro, and it just blew up. And then now they're in the gym with me. I've got 2 of them in there training with me every week. They've completely changed their whole life around, bro. So I've completely changed 2 kids' life to going down that dark road I was going down. And that's me done. I'm happy as fuck. Yep. You know, and then I'm get offered to do this other big speech. I just did one recently, but I got paid. I'm doing paid speaking now. Who would have thought I'd be doing that? Like, getting made money speaking my story in front of people. And this speech I did went crazy because I got asked to be a guest speaker at this big teaching convention. All these teachers from all over Australia. Okay, my name's been brought up in school meetings and shit saying we need this guy in schools helping kids and talking to kids. They really relate to him and all this stuff. He's really actually changing their lives. And I was shitting it, bro. I went in there and there's like 100 teachers. And these are all teachers like behavioral analysts, psychologists, all types of shit like that. You know what I mean? Yep. And they're all there. Most of them all stiffs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, fuck, my story's pretty hectic for these people. You know what I mean? And then went in there and spoke my story. And by the end of it, bro, they were all crying, man. I had them all crying, fucking coming up, asking me to fucking get a photo with them. And just like, it went crazy. And from that, bro, I've been getting messages heaps. And they want to start taking me in schools all over and start speaking in schools and shit. I've got another speech. I'm speaking to kids tomorrow. I've got a big speech on tomorrow in front of all these kids in this school in the same program, which is awesome. So yeah, it's fucking awesome. And all the people that I'm helping online and everyone that's reaching out, all my people, this DRC Fit Bar, so it's going to be everywhere. Okay. It's changing lives. Okay. This stands for hope. Okay. It's hope. And it's fucking making a massive difference.
Yeah, you know, you're out there fucking trying to carry a message of hope, and that you don't have to be a fucking gangster and a drug dealer and everything else to be doing good things. And the thing I laughed about, you make more money legally than we ever did crooks, because at crooks we just blew it all.
100%.
Crooks we just blew
100%.
the money, and I know I made a lot of money. I was sort of like a fucking dickhead. I owned the booth.
Yeah, you were the owner of it. Yeah. I was just buying the bottles off you.
Johnny Ibrahim used to ring me up and say, "We got the penthouse pet party on, Ronnie. You coming?"
Oh, fuck.
And I'd say, "Yeah, man, I'll come down." And I'd only go when it was a penthouse pet party, because I don't drink, I don't drug, but I was still a gangster. I was still
Yeah, 100%.
I don't like that word gangster. I was still a criminal. And
yeah.
Johnny'd ring me up, and he knew the only way I could get there was for pussy.
Yeah.
He'd say, "Man, we got that penthouse pet party on this weekend. You coming?" I go, "Fuck yeah." And he'd say to the boys, when Ronnie comes, put his car out the front, because I didn't want to park my car anywhere. Because I knew the cops would be putting new bugs on and taking old bugs off. So I wanted to
fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, mate? It's nice to have the memories. But
I don't take back anything, bro, but it's just, I'll never go back to that life, bro.
The fantasies of the future, my fantasies of my future are 10 times more exciting than my memories of my past.
That's mad. I love that. That's so good. I love that, bro. That's sick. I'm fucking cop. I'm stealing that one. That's good.
I'm 68 years of age, mate, and the best is still in front of me.
100%. I'm still in my prime, brother. I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Good.
How old? You're 29 now. My wife's 35. 33.
Oh,
my wife's 33, actually.
You're fucking
good. I don't know how she got me. She was just lucky, I guess. But anyway.
Yeah, lucky, 100%.
Mate, look, you keep doing what you're doing, brother. You keep carrying that message. You keep fucking pumping that the message of hope. Because, mate, as long as we've got breath, we've got hope.
That's it. And anyone can change, brother. No one is stuck where they are. That's a massive thing I get out there, is you are not stuck where you are. Anyone can make fucking changes. Okay? Except fucking kid touchers. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, well, they don't exist in my world. They don't exist in my world.
Yeah. Anyone can change, brother. Anyone.
I've written a book. My book gets published this year. You'll read about what I used to do to them chappies. They were part of my sport when I was in prison.
Yeah.
They were part of my extracurricular activities.
That's mad. It's not like that these days, bro. They're all in fucking protection.
I don't think that's a stubby that can be anywhere. They never had protection. Wasn't around when I went to jail. I went to jail.
Yeah, it should be like that these days. It should be like that now. That's the only part of the jail system I don't like, bro.
When I used to go when I went to prison as a young fella, the screws would drop cunts' files out the front of your cell.
That's mad.
Kid touches, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good. That's it.
I'd accidentally leave him sitting on the desk for the cleaner to clean and go into the office to clean and see his file sitting there. So then it'd come back to the system like that bloke, there's a kid toucher.
Good, cunt. Yeah. That's how it should be now, bro. Name and shame, cunt.
You know what, mate? It was really, really lovely chatting to you, buddy. I wish I had more time, but I haven't.
Yeah, no, bro. I could have made that 20 times longer. I cut a few bits, so I go on.
Mate, we might go again. You never know. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Listen, really, really lovely to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate it.
Give your company a plug, please, mate.
DRCFit.pt. Just look up DRC Fit. So it's Darcy Fit, but DRC Fit.
Yep.
FIT.
Check him out. Look him up on Instagram, Facebook, all those wonderful places on social media. And thanks for carrying the message, mate. It's been a pleasure listening to you.
Thanks, brother.
I solemnly swear that I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.